Nicole, and so many others, like so many here, who want to gain new skills, even if they're already part of the workforce. And that's why today, I am proud to announce that the state of Maryland will be directing $17 million towards adult education, and that includes funding for all 16 of the community colleges here in the state of Maryland. Now that money is coming from a project that's coming in partnership between the U.S. Department of Labor, or U.S. Department of Education, and also our Department of Labor. And I want to thank all of our federal partners, and also I want to thank President Biden for giving us the tools that we need to build true pathways for prosperity for every single Marylander. And the reason that matters is this: partnership matters, y'all. Who we have as our partner, it matters. It matters that we have an administration who understands what it means to have an economy that's built from the bottom up and the middle out. It matters that we have an administration who understands that results matter, and that the people that we are intended to serve, that they should be at the forefront of every decision that we're hoping to make. No matter our background, no matter your family lineage, no matter where you came from, no matter the obstacles you have had in life, this country is yours, and this country will defend you and support you. And it matters that we have a partner in Washington that understands that. Our president has been very clear on his vision to empower and educate workers and to grow middle class. And it's a vision that I stand by because it's not only good for Maryland, it's good for all of us. And I can tell you right now, I will never support plans. Some of these plans that are coming from, that we see on the far right, that are talking about cutting job training programs by $4 billion. That is never going to fly in our state as long as I'm your governor. So for all of you who are here right now, and for so many of you students, the ones who took time off from work to be here, for some of you who had to commute over an hour to be able to get here because there were not enough trains or buses or transportation assets. For all of you who are going to go home tonight and who are going to help your kids with their homework before you have a chance to work on your own. In Maryland, you are seen. In Maryland, you are heard. And in Maryland, you hold the key to all of our strength. So together, we're going to follow the lead of this president. We're going to work together to bring real results. And I can tell you right now, when we do it, this is going to be Maryland's decade. The rest of the country is going to know it. We are putting the rest of this country on notice. I have already let every single governor in this country know your time is up, our time is now. That in partnership, we are going to make this Maryland decade. And y'all, listen to me here. Think about what we've gotten done in the first 9 months. Imagine if you can give us another 4 years. We need this energy. We need the inspiration. We need you to remind people why elections matter. We need you to remind people why next November matters. We need you to remind people that we are moving. And because we're moving in partnership, we're not stopping. It's our decade, y'all. Thank you so much for all you continue to do for our entire state. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Prince George's Community College student, Sade Davis.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here today. My name is Sade Davis, and I'm a second-year student at Prince George's Community College, where I'm studying to earn my associates in public health. As a first-generation college student, I'm also proud to serve as an elected member of the Board of Trustees. My most important role, however, is mom. I'm a mother of 2 young boys, ages 9 and 13, and while they always keep me on my toes, they are both my motivation and inspiration. From my parents, a former police officer, and a proud union maintenance worker, I learned the value of service. Of dedicating yourself to bettering your community. I learned the important things like hard work, the value of a good-paying job to raise a family on, and leading a life of integrity. I'm grateful that in President Biden, we have a leader who's focused on families just like mine, who's fighting every day to restore the middle class and to give hardworking families across this country more breathing room. As a college student, I feel hopeful about the future. Hopeful that I can build a career and provide more opportunities for my children. And that's due in no small part to President Biden. He's getting things done. And he's fighting every day for people like me. It is now my honor to introduce President Joe Biden.
As my mother would instruct me to say, please excuse my back. I apologize. Sade, I just told her when she walked off the stage, when she's president and they say Joe Biden's out in the waiting room, she promised me she won't say Joe who. Please, do you have seats? Okay. I once said that early on in my tenure, Gov, and I said, everybody take a seat. None of them had seats. Well, I tell you what, you guys are impressive. And 3 of you are really close friends. And one's about to become a close friend. Gov, my problem is your biceps are a little small. And you're not in very good shape, but maybe I'll work with you, see what we can do. No, but really and truly, thank you. And I appreciate it very much. Senator Ben Cardin is one of the great, I hate the phrase public servants, but it is true. You know, I judge my colleagues over the years based on not just their intellectual capacity and their decency, but their integrity. The men you have here have incredible integrity. And it's just amazing. Chris Van Hollen is one of the reasons why I got elected vice president. He's the guy that did my debate prep for me. And without it, I'd been in real trouble. And Steny Hoyer, he and I share the eastern shore of Delaware and the western shore of Maryland. You know that whole area in there? I keep telling him it really is part of Delaware, but he doesn't. And David, thank you for being such a great partner. You've been great as well. I really do appreciate it. Prince George's Community College, thanks for welcoming us here today. As many of you know, my wife is a professor at the community college. Matter of fact, she's teaching today. She has an expression, and I mean, this is the God's truth. She said, Any country that out-educates us will out-compete us. Any country that out-educates us will out-compete us. The work you do here in preparing students to compete in the economy of the future is real. It matters. This summer, I traveled to Chicago where I spoke about a fundamentally changing American economy. From an economy that for decades rewarded those who are at the very top and left everyone behind, who just on their own, basically. One that gives working people in this nation not only a fighting chance, they didn't do. You know, that trickle-down economy, not a whole lot. I grew up in we weren't poor, but we had a 3-bedroom split-level house with 4 kids and a grandpop living with us. And I didn't see a whole lot trickle down on my dad's kitchen table. But, you know, everybody deserves a shot at building the lives they deserve for their families. And we've done that for the first time in a long time. We've climbed out of our great economic crisis. It's beginning to work for working people. This nation is very rich. And who have benefited the most has been the very rich, though, not everybody. And that's not how it should be. The new economic vision has been labeled by those in the Wall Street Journal and the London Economist and some of the more conservative press as Bidenomics. Well, they didn't mean it as a compliment at first. But now they're getting it. What's Bidenomics? It's about investing in, and I feel like I'm going to try not to repeat some of what my colleagues have already said, but it's about investing in America. Investing in America and investing in Americans, American people. It's about growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up instead of the top down. Because when the middle class does well, the poor have a ladder up and the wealthy still do very well. I'm a capitalist. If you guys go out here and you can make $1 billion, go get it. Just pay a little more in taxes. But look, but our friends on the other team, on the other side of the aisle, they have a very different vision for America. And by the way, you have this, I think you have this book on your table, on your chairs, maybe not. Well, I thought did my staff hand this out? You just have a little one. Well, I'm the only president who hands out the opposition's economic plan. Oh, you think I'm kidding? Protecting American Economic Security, fiscal year 2024, the budget, the study committee of Kevin Hearn, budget, and it goes on. This is the mega budget. You know, I want you to take a look at it. I think we have other copies of it. If we don't, we'll get you some. So since I've come to office, all they've really done is attack me and my economic plan. There hadn't been much else. Even though we've created, as has been pointed out, over 13 million jobs, more jobs in 2 years than any president's created in a 4-year term. Even though, I'm not looking, even though we've had 19 straight months of unemployment under 4% for the first time in American history, even though we have the lowest inflation rate of any major economy in the world, with core inflation rate the last 3 months at 2.4%, we got more to do, even though we've created 800,000 manufacturing jobs. And a manufacturing boom we haven't seen in decades. Even though America, as we met here today, has the strongest economy in the world. Let me say that again. America has the strongest economy in the world of all major economics. And all they do is attack it. But, you know, you've noticed something. For all